Hey guys! So these past couple of weeks, I don't really know what's... Oh, hold on. You guys are falling. I don't really know what's changed, but something has. Like, I know what's changed. Like, obviously my energy, I feel much lighter and happier about things. Like, I was not in a depressive mode, but I was definitely like, there's nothing to do. I'm bored as I don't know what am I gonna do with my life? And then I just realized, girl, you have a life at your fingertips, you know? Eating a veggie lasagna. Ugh. So I think I really don't know, because it started this month. I feel like I think I really don't know what it was like. I just got like a rain of inspiration. Maybe it was God, you know, he's always doing something. I mean, I have been asking for like clarity and just like, I want to be happier, and I just want to, like, you know, I've really been, you know, and I feel like it's definitely come to fruition. I think it also has to do with like my brother. He's very passionate about his gifts, and we have talks about dreams and stuff and like what we want to do, and it makes me really inspired. And then I like to do like role play when I'm like bored, just with myself, about where I could possibly be in a situation of like, once I'm like got myself into, you know, an opportunity, or like I got myself through that door, or whatever door, or doors, you know, because I'm going to be having to break down doors every second of my career, every second of my life, you know, even with my mind. Like, I realized that my mentality and my mindset is really my prison. Like, your mind is so important. If you don't try your best to, you know, if you don't try your best to have a growth mindset, if you are not focusing on your mindset first, you will never be able to succeed in life. You have to have a healthy mindset. You'll never be able to grow, you know. Maybe you will succeed, but whatever success looks like to you, but to actually enjoy the fruits of your labor and to really appreciate life and your journey, you have to have a growth mindset. You have to get out of that fixed mindset, or that mindset that is keeping you, you know, being, you know, from reaching your goals, keeping you from being the person that you want to be. And I also came across this, like, I was on Twitter last month, and I saw that like somebody was having a discussion about the difference between laziness and then executive dysfunction. And I looked that up, and I was like, it's so me, because I was looking up prior to that, why am I like not motivated for things that I actually want to do? And then a couple of days later, I was on Twitter, and that's when somebody was like, when somebody is lazy, when somebody can't even, not lazy, but when somebody can't even do what they want to do, that's not called laziness. That is executive dysfunction. So I looked that up, and it's really just where my mind, I feel like, and I feel that, and I was like, this is the perfect word for it, because I'm not lazy. You know, like, people will say, oh, you're lazy but ambitious. For me, that is not the case. I just have so many things going on in my head, and I don't know how to chronologically put it in, like, how to put it in an order, in a sequence, like, to, you know, I'm trying to piece all the puzzle pieces together, and it's just like, I can't do it. And like, I would just want to do something so simple as like playing a video game, but I don't know what's not allowing me to do it. Is it my brain? Is it my body? Like, I don't know what it is. I would want to do something so bad, but then I don't do it. And no wonder I get upset, because I'm not allowing myself to enjoy the things that I want to do. I'm not allowing myself to actually do those things. And maybe it has a couple of like components of maybe just, fear of failure. I take the slightest thing serious, like fear of getting upset, of getting bored of something, like I really don't know what it is. I feel like I need to talk to a therapist about it, because it actually like makes me so upset in my brain. I cannot understand why I feel so unmotivated, why I feel so quote unquote lazy. My brain is like, like I feel so like I'm competitive. I'm competing with myself just to get things done, and when I saw that really just inspired me. And I've really been trying to talk to God more in the universe, and I've been seeing so many more, like I've been getting so many angel numbers, and my guardian angels and God are really talking to me, and I'm trying to do the best that I can. Like, I said that I was going to read the play that I'm auditioning for ahead of time. I'm doing it. I may have started a little bit later than what I usually said. You said earlier said I was going to do it, but I'm doing it. It's June 12th or 11th. It's June 11th, I think. June 12th. It's June 12th. I can't freaking remember. But it doesn't matter, because the audition is due on the 27th. And I was like, Amaya, you are serious about your craft. I felt like during college, I was not really being serious in terms of like carving out the time that I needed in order to be successful when it comes to my craft. Because I know that I'm a person who wants to take their time with things. And I don't allow myself that, because ultimately I do things at the last minute. I'm a procrastinator, and some occasions I am lazy. But when it comes to my craft, I'm like, I cannot be lazy. I want work. I want to do things. When I get into the professional industry, I cannot be lazy. So I need to get out of this laziness spirit, Lord, and I am asking you in your name to please remove this lazy spirit off of me. I am trying to get things done for you and for me, Lord, for my family. I am trying to be successful. I want to be a better person. I want to be a person who gets things done. I want to be a creative that actually creates. It is so infuriating when I don't believe I am a creator, because I don't feel like I create enough. I don't feel like I create at all because of my lazy spirit. I don't feel that and I feel that spark, but it's not enough sometimes. Like, let me just, and it's also my brain. It's like, okay, but like, it's gonna be bad. But it's like, at the end of the day, you're never gonna be ready. Just start. It's not gonna always be good, but just do it for the experience, okay? Just do it as an experiment. You know what I mean? Just do it to say you did it. Creativity is not just a talent you can't work on. It's a skill that you actually have to work on, which I didn't. I felt like, okay, I was gifted, but like acting, I've really also found that acting, like I've always known acting is technical, but this summer, I have really found that acting is so technical. And I was listening to this podcast that my school does for like students who are, already progressing in their fields with whatever that is, whatever they're taking up in college. Fina Straza, for example, she goes to my school. She's a NYU student, collaborative arts. I believe she's a sophomore now. But she is very, successful right now. She's on Broadway, John Proctor's The Villain, which just got extended, and she got a Tony nomination for that part. She was also in Fear Street Prom Queen. That's still cool to say that you were in a Fear Street, I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because she's making waves already, and she's younger than me, and that also motivates me. If somebody's older than me is like just already, because I'm like, damn, I want that to be me. But she has the foundation, whatever. That's not what we're getting into right now. That's another story for another day. But yeah, I was listening to a podcast that she was on at my school, and then like she was talking about how like how her mother is an artist. She creates movies and things, and her mom's always told her like, if someone else gets the role, it was never your role. She was like, when I'm auditioning for things, I always have to remember, okay, I'm done with this person. Like, if it's mine, it's mine. And I can't be upset if someone else gets it, because it was never mine to begin with, because I didn't get it. And I put that into perspective because I had a situation where I submitted myself to be in some recreations, and I really wanted to be in the Stranger Things one because that's my favorite show, and I wasn't chosen, and I sulked about it, and I was so upset. I cried. I was like, I'm never gonna get chosen for anything. Like, in my mind, there were so many things going on, and there was like a moment of like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm not good at this. Like, I'm not good on film. I'm not, so many things going on in my mind. And I was like, I have to stop. I was sad for like 2 days. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this as an advantage to work on my brain, to work on my mindset. And I emailed the person, I created everything to see if I could be a shadow. Like, I was like, I'm going to try. I wasn't chosen. What else can I do to be a part of this? Because it's so major. And I didn't want to pick any like thing that was like super duper technical, because like I'm still learning, which is why I wanted to shadow. And she said no, basically, because she's not the director, whatever. I was like, okay, that's fine. At least I asked, whatever. And I was proud of myself that I got myself out of that. And I tried to create a solution out of this quote unquote failure. I tried to create something out of it. Every rejection is a redirection. And is it really a rejection if you're being redirected? You know what I mean? And that's when I was like, okay. And then that happened prior to the podcast. And then when I listened to it, that's when I was like, it clicked for me. I don't have to see the positivity in everything, but I have to see the possibility in everything. Ooh, that's a word. I have to see the possibility. Okay, I didn't get this. What else can I do? What can I do? Okay, I feel like I'm not doing any work this summer, which I still need to get on it. Okay, create your own short film. You can be in it. You can write it. I want to learn film. Okay, I'm going to minor in film spring semester. What can I do to learn? Learning is the best antidote when it comes to you feeling bad about yourself, feeling bad about what you're so passionate about. Learning is the antidote. Maneuvering, finding different ways to create possibilities instead of negativity. I was so upset, and I always tell myself, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to sulk, but don't allow yourself to sit in it way too much, because that's when the devil attacks you and what you believe in, and you start to feel bad about yourself. But even though I didn't want to get out of it, I got up. I texted that girl. I was like, that's okay. I got out of it. And I talked to myself, and I was like, days later, listen to the podcast. I talked to myself, and I'm like, all of that just happened those couple of days ago has to stop. Like, it's natural to doubt yourself, but I was this close. I was so upset, and I was like, that can never happen again, because I've worked way too hard, and this is just the beginning, so I better buckle the fuck up. Especially with this career, I have to really sit down and not think of everything, but sit down and be a realist for a second. If I'm going into this industry, I have to have some thick skin. I have to be able to be like, okay, I'm sad. I didn't get this job. Let me sit in it. Let me think about it. Okay, what's next? Not just immediately go on, but because I have to allow my feelings. I have to feel some type of catharsis, And that's just really what I feel like the creativity has spawned from. And it's really spilled into other areas of my life. Like, I decided that I want to go no braids. Like, I just want to wear my natural hair out this summer, and I've been loving it so far. It's been making me feel so pretty. And I realized before I hop on to start to get obsessed about my craft, which I do a lot, let me focus on other areas of my life. So my mindset. I know acting is technical. Let me work on my mindset. Let me try to build that, new hobbies. I do need to find new hobbies. Other obsessions. Right now I'm in my Broadway obsession, rewatching Hamilton, because I just watched the Tony, so obviously it's like all coming back. And I'm loving it, obviously my hair, I've been taking care of my hair. That's been fun for me. Self-care, doing my nails, been brushing my teeth twice a day, every day, like I'm supposed to, taking showers. Like, it's really spilled into other areas of my life, and I'm really like talking to myself, and I'm talking to God, and I'm not talking to my guardian angels, and I'm just trying to allow myself to breathe. And I really don't know what this shift is, but I can feel it. And my food is getting cold. This is not gonna but I can feel it, and I just want to say I'm grateful. Like, I'm feeling so much happier, even if I'm like stuck in the house every single day. My car is broken. I don't have a car. I don't have any friends here. I'm still looking for a job. I don't have a job. That's really like a pressing matter for me. I really need to get a job. I'm still making the most of my summer. I'm thinking, like, after this audition, damn, my whole was already just like, after this audition, what do I have to look forward to? The callbacks. Period. I don't know. I'm just feeling very inspired is the word. And I'm feeling so grateful for that. And my short film was just going to be about suffocation and stuff, but like, I think I really wanted to actually be about just making the best of what's in front of you. God makes you wait for a reason, and you'll see why. I think that's really what I wanted to be about. How, yes, I always thought Virginia, I'm not necessarily Virginia is me, but I don't ever feel like I'm growing here. Like, I just don't feel it anymore. But I'm learning that everything can be an inspiration. And I'm so grateful that my mind is starting to work again, because ChatGPT has really fucking fried my brain, and I just can't remember how I used to do work before I started relying on AI, and that's scary. So that's something I'm also focusing on. I don't want to be AI attached at all. I'm gonna use my brain because I'm smart, and I really hope I keep the same energy when I go to school, because in terms of the inspiration and like my career, like actually like taking it by the balls and using time to my advantage, because in school, once I started to get into the nitty-gritty, in terms of my acting, not my like academics, I just didn't feel inspired anymore. I didn't feel like I was feeling that pressure, that good push. You know, I wasn't feeling the purpose anymore. I didn't feel like I was growing. I didn't feel like I was learning. I didn't feel like I was attaching the tools I was equipped with. And it's also because I was like, okay, I'm not special. There are other kids just like me, and some who are doing better than me, but everybody's journey is different. And I really hope that doesn't come to haunt me. I'm gonna pray. It's gonna take a lot of this to work, because I know I'm talented. Like, I know I'm good at what I do. That this is my purpose and my calling, because I can feel it in my soul. My soul needs an outlet, which is why I didn't choose this craft. It chose me. My soul needs an outlet. I feel it all the freaking time. There's so much shit going on in the world. I just need to be able to express whatever it is that day, and do it truthfully and honestly. And that's what I'm gonna bring into this square: truth, honesty. And I'm bringing in my hair, you know what I really am. I'm bringing you know, I hate that I compare myself, and I hate that I'm so competitive in my head. I hate it. There's enough room for all of us. And as I say that, my brain is like, not true, but there really is. There is enough room for all of us. And I just really hope that I keep this going. You know, I'm gonna do this audition. I do it tomorrow. But I need to go upstairs and like learn the lines and analyze. And I also realized that I really need to figure out my rehearsal process, in terms of like, how do I get ready for a character with auditioning without getting too attached. I feel like I have a lot of things, but I'll find it eventually if on my way. I feel like the best is just get thrown in there and see. But I'm excited to audition. I haven't auditioned for anything technically. So I'm really excited, and I feel, when I was reading like for this character, I felt so much of my soul in it, and that's always the case because I'm so passionate about what I do, and I just love my work. I love my craft. I love my job. I just love to do it. And it was nice to feel that again, because I don't think I felt that when I was like picking my scenes in class all the time. So this was nice, and I think it's because I don't have so much hubba bubba going on around me. I'm in my shelter, you know, I'm in my solace. I don't have schoolwork to do and all that jazz. So I'm just feeling very zen right now, and I'm able to put all of my focus into it. But I want to do it without getting too attached. I'm gonna try to stay surface level, but also I need to be deep enough, obviously, to do good in this audition and to represent this character in the light that I think she deserves to be represented in. You know, I'm gonna do some research of what people do, but I don't want to get too attached. I really just need to dive into it and then learn how to safely bring myself out of it without the noise. And I think that just takes practice and consistency and knowing your worth, that, you know, I don't have to play this character in order to tell me, you know, the character to tell me I'm good at what I do. I'm good at what I do if I don't got the role. You know what I mean? It's just so I can keep my brain also in a realist mindset, because I've realized I'm such a dreamer, And it really, being a dreamer, you don't really realize, like, I think that's what hit me when I got to school, when I was like, the thing with I'm not special is because I am special. Everybody is special. But what I mean I'm not special, I mean I am not the main character. I am not the main character of the world. Maybe of my life, but not of the world. Like, the world is not just focusing on Amaya, Simone, Brian. There's other people that it's focusing on, that they're bringing life into. And that's what I realized when I went to school, because I was like, okay, I'm here. And you know what's scary? I haven't thought realistically past the here moment. I've thought up to it. And now I'm here. Baby girl, what's happening now? You know, like, now I have to actually put into perspective. And I think that's what really scared me. And I felt like I was just like not in the present, like at fucking all. And it was so annoying. That's the thing I have a problem with. I don't always feel present. Like 95% of my life, I have not been present. I'm being so freaking honest. It's actually scary. It's not a good feeling. Because it makes me feel like I don't have emotions, which that's another thing, and it just makes me feel small. But that's why I love acting, because I feel big and I take risk and I use big emotions and I'm able to like be someone else. But yeah, now I'm here. What do I do? You know, I always think about 10 years out, hoping that 10 years is going to be the next year. But realistically, I know that's not gonna, you know, practicality is important. And yeah, I think I'm going to talk to God and the universe about that. Like, what's my next step? Realistically, you know, if I'm being practical, what's my next step? Because I don't know what it is, and I think that's okay, but that's also scary because I'm a sophomore now and I have 2 years of school left, which is kind of fucking crazy. And I know junior's year is when it starts to really get, you know, going. And I really would love to like have an agent and stuff by junior year and all that. I think the next summer, so between my sophomore and junior year, I'm gonna stay in New York because I really want to do some work. And because it's go time, it's really gonna be go time. And I'm trying to hopefully get new hope shots hopefully get new headshots when I get down in New York in August, which is coming up so soon. I feel like since my natural hair is out, I want to try to capture some pics of my natural hair. I'm feeling so happy, guys, that I am feeling comfortable in my hair, because I've always been like, I want to be one of those actors who like to wear hair out and I don't have to rely on, you know, on braids and you know. So I'm so happy that it just clicked in my brain this summer to do it. Like, why haven't I done this before? So I'm happy. It's very therapeutic. I love taking care of my hair, and I might get tired of it, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm leaving in my twists since I have the audition tomorrow, and hopefully everything comes out well. I think I know what I want to do in terms of hair wise, because Cynthia is like much older, so I think I'm gonna either do just like my fro, but obviously my hair's gonna be out, but I'm gonna do my either just a regular fro with like no bobby pins, or a side fro, because I want to make myself look older, because with braids I look older, but since wearing my natural hair, I feel like it's making me look younger, which is fine. I felt like I've always looked older, so this is new that it's making me look younger. I think that's cool, you know. But the side fro, I've realized makes me look younger, so I mean older. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do that, because I have a very diamond shaped face. So I don't know why I said that. Like, I don't know if that just, you know, most people but that have younger, older looking faces. But so yeah, so I'm very excited about that. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I really just need to reread the play and get a sense of Cynthia. You know, just try to put more of my soul into it. I don't know when I'm gonna film. Probably like afternoon between evening, like the window between afternoon and evening. So not going into the evening because that's a little bit too late. But I want to do it just when the sun's still out a little, and you know. So I'm really freaking excited because I haven't done an audition in a very long time. The last time, like, you know, yeah, like or creating a new one too. Like I haven't done that before, so I'm excited to save this and like add it to my demo reel because I need a new one and I need to create a better demo reel, which is posting one of my goals. So I do have a couple of things that I need to accomplish because I said I would. Demo reel, a draft for my short film, and to ultimately film it this summer, and this audition. And then if callbacks happen, then when they happen, not if. Yeah, so this, it's a 31-minute chat, just everything going on in my brain, and I'm feeling very inspired. I learned Alexander Hamilton, the first song. How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero in the scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter, and every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside, he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future dripping down the drain, put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the world got around, said, well, the word got around, man. Well, the word got around. They said, this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education. Don't forget from whence you came from, and the world's going to know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Just you. Okay. Anyways. When he was 10, his father's plate full of it, dead, red. And 2 years later, Alex and his mother had written him dead. Sitting in the room, sick, the sense sick. And Alex got better, but his mother went. Moved in with the cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing, with ruined pride. Something new inside a voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without his accepted restitution. Started working, collecting for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford, scamming for every buck he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship headed for a new land in New York. You can be a new man. And then skipping all of that, just you. You're waiting in the wings for you. You never back down. You can never learn. Whatever. Anyways, but yeah. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go work this audition, and all of that. Just because I need to find what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. And then this time around, I've been really trying to focus on like my voice register. Like I was thinking part of your world. I've got gizmos and gadgets galore. No big deal. I want more. I guess because I've always said I'm an alto, which I knew that was a lie. I'm a mezzo soprano, I feel like. Which I heard is like the average vocal range for women. You can never look back down. You never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, when America sings for you, will they know what you overcame? Will they know how you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. The ship is in the harbor now, see if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his wrapped America, forgot him. We fought with him, me. I died for him, me. I trusted him, me. I loved him, and me. I'm the damn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. Woo! And that's the end of this video.